Hello, this is my video presentation for my ITSE project. So let me introduce myself. I am Amos Ho and I will be going through my proposed security plan. First, we start with the introduction. I was once again hired by Arcana, but this time it's to help come up with a security plan because as of late, the company has had data breaches and cyber attacks. So my job right now is to prevent this. So here are the list of things that I will cover: Data Protection Act, access points, and end of security. So firstly, the Data Protection Act. These are the regulations that I think the company should adopt. So I will be going through each and every one of them and the impact that it has and the preventive measures for each one. So unauthorized access to computer material. So this means unauthorized users can access and download data. So one way to prevent this is to install an IPS system to prevent hacking, and it will allow the company to execute preventive measures. So next off is the unauthorized disclosure of access codes. So this means anyone with an unauthorized use of authorized access code may access programs and data that are rather sensitive. So one way to prevent anyone from having access codes is to set about a non-disclosure pact. So this is to ensure consequences are given for any unauthorized disclosure of access codes. So this can be used as a deterrent for future offenders. So unauthorized use or interception of computer service. So using a computer without authority to view or download any material online from unauthorized websites. In other case, non-secure website. So to prevent this, we can have safety precautions, otherwise known as website blockers, and protocols such as antivirus software. So it is to prevent any downloading of malware, and in the case of it being downloaded, the antivirus software will help us delete and detect the virus. So next is access to personal data. Gaining access to personal data for the exploitation or gain of any unethical means. So in this case, the company is not allowed to disclose any of its employees' personal data without any consent given. So one way is to have a non-disclosure pact between the company and the employee. Another way is by having a validation method to verify the request and the consent of given a individual's personal data, so such as text messages, emails, or phone calls. So this is to prevent any unauthorized access to personal data. And the protection of personal data. So once again, this means hackers and authorized users will be able to exploit it. So to prevent this, we go back to regulation 1 where it says we can install an IPS system which will deter and prevent hackers from breaching into the company's data. But another way to do it physically is to put servers into a location where it is only accessible to authorized users or IT personnel. So this way is to prevent any physical intrusion and extraction of any employee's personal data. So next we go on to access controls, or the floor plan that I've created to maintain a secure workplace. So right now the company is practicing a open office culture where everyone is set in an open office where they can see what each and everyone is doing, and any conversation that is going on can be heard. So only the management has a room, so which I have located in the corner, so it does not block any pathways. So the important thing here is where I've located the server room, which is easily seen by everyone and any of the employees, and it is inside a glass room. So the reasoning for the glass is so that in case anyone is inside the server room, they will be easily spotted and you can see what they are doing inside the server room. So it's to prevent any suspicious activity that goes on within. And as of now, the door to the server room is currently open, and In my case, I do not want that. I want it to be closed and locked, and only authorized personnel and IT personnel can enter the server room. So this is to manage and prevent the amount of people that goes in. So this is to prevent any unauthorized users or visitors to go in and potentially steal any of the company's sensitive data. Another way we can increase security and protection of our company's workplace environment and the data is having CCTV cameras that will monitor and detect any suspicious activity that goes on within the office and workplace. So another way we can prevent and make this a more secure workplace is by limiting the logical access. So servers will be limited to authorized personnel. Only IT personnel and authorized users can access the server settings and view sensitive data within. However, everyone else can use the printers, access the Wi-Fi, and use the work telephones, as is an essential and it does not hold any sensitive data. So last but not least is I'll go through the endpoint security. So right now, these are the 5 settings that I've chosen that I deemed as the most important to have in a secure workplace environment, and network security as well. So first we have the audit credential validation, and so on and so forth. You can read. So I will now demonstrate how to solve this in my VirtualBox. So as you can see in my report, I have enabled every one of them. So now it's a pass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right now, to enable these settings, you open up your GP. So in the case of the first one, 17.1, you go to audit credential validation, and to enable each and every one is the same process. You go to it, you click properties, and you configure success and failure. So I will now tell you why I think it is more important. As firstly, this one I believe that it is important as it helps discover security incidents, which will allow for IT personnel to quickly resolve and solve the issue, as well as make adjustments to improve the security. So this is really, really important. Next off, which is under account management, 17.2.1 is important as it helps keep track and monitor accounts to manage and maintain logical access among users, as well as efficiently discover breaches in security and to quickly nullify any threats to it. And 17.2.2, it helps report, this one, by the way, it helps report each and every event of a computer account management. For example, the creation, changing, deleting, renaming, disabling, and enabling of accounts. So this will allow the company to detect any unauthorized action that may lead to the dysfunction and or problem with the logical access within the workplace. And 17.2.4 is very similar to 17.2.2, which is this one. It also allows administrators to track and detect authorized creation of security group accounts that may be either malicious or accidental. And last but not least, it is 17.5.1, which is right here. So it was chosen as it helps report user accounts that has been locked out due to failing too many logon attempts. So this will allow administrators to easily detect suspicious activity and investigate into the issue, preventing any unauthorized logon of users and hackers in the future. And furthermore to this, in addition, I would like to suggest that the company conduct routine checks on logical connections within the workplace, as well as the integrity checks of devices to check if any of them are compromised or pose a threat to the company's network security. So this will not only ensure that there are no breaches within the company's database, but it will also provide prevention against hackers that may cause damage and disrepute to the company. So with that, I conclude my video presentation, and I thank you all for watching.